Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at the Waverley Falcons home ground for the second game in our doubleheader today. This time it is the Moulton Victorian Youth Championship men's team of the Waverley Falcons up against the might of the Sherbrooke Suns. Both teams having had a bit of a torrid season, but the Suns actually picking up a few scalps in the last couple of weeks. Waverley having a few surprises themselves as they have got over some of the more fancied players. Knox was one the other week as well, so they're all looking to see if they can actually get onto the boards and avoid relegation. Certainly Sherbrooke should be there. We'll try and find the relative ladder positions for you in a minute as the refs finalise their deliberations and bring the guys onto the floor for the start of this game. And what we can see is the Sherbrooke Suns sitting on the bottom of the Terrell ladder. They really do need this game. Remembering that the rules in this competition are that each team, to avoid relegation, need to get at least 20% of their games. They're sitting after 16 games at 2-14. Meanwhile, over in the Watson Conference, Falcons sitting at the bottom of their respective ladder after 17 games on 4-13. So the Falcons, again, need to pick up 1 or 2 games just to avoid relegation, as we're just before the game starts. So a little bit of a confusion on numbers here. Now this is important, and again, a lot of the coaches do not realise how important it is that once the score sheet has been signed off by the coaches, no further changes can occur on that. So they are just very, very lucky that any inconsistencies have been picked up. So there will be a slight delay here while they sort it out. The Sherbrooke coach is quite happy with that, as gives him time to sort out an issue that he had as well. And they will now just get the score sheet right. So our stats guys will need to be aware of what the number changes are going to be very quickly. And yes, there is a number change. So Pat Golong will now be number 15. He had come out wearing number 25, so I've sorted all of that out. And we should be good for a start here. Waverley Falcons wins the first possession courtesy of Pat Golong, number 15. Three-point attempt doesn't go. Rebounded there by the big fella in Cameron Bradley. Matt Scammell has fouled. So first foul to the Falcons. And Nate Malloy with the rebound. Gets it back to Scammell. So Scammell and Golong dropping back from the men's team, state champ men's team today. Talking about them, they are due to kick off in half an hour's time out at Whittlesea. Scammell pulls up and nails it! Over the top of opposition. Great shot there from Matty Scammell. Ball through hands. Sherbrooke being competitive recently. They score. That was number 20, Sean Noon. Back Golong through traffic, makes the basket. And there's a stoppage, I don't know why. Shot from Josh Dower, who has been one of the outstanding players for the Sherbrooke team over a number of seasons. Here goes Josh to the basket, and he's been fouled this time by Pat Golong. So the second team foul for the Falcons. Scammell drives, and he's been fouled. This time Cameron Bradley. So Matt Scammell goes to the line. So yes, as we were saying before, that both Matt and Pat Golong dropping back from the state champ men's team, who are playing today. They are playing over at Whittlesea. And they'll be kicking off in about half an hour's, just under half an hour's time. We'll try and keep an eye on the scores for you there. It's the state champ men's team took on the Chinese Taipei national men's team on Thursday night in a special exhibition game here at the Waverley Basketball Centre, the Falcons' Nest, and came out victors 107 to 103. And we appreciate all the people who logged on and watched. There was close on 500 people online watching, and there's been, in the first 1.5 days, there have been over close on 7,000 views of the recorded content. So obviously something which struck a chord with the viewers over in Taiwan. So if you are watching today, a big shout out to any of you over there, and we'd love to hear any feedback as the Sherbrooke Suns strike back. 1 point game, 6-5. Matt Scammell hits the three. And now another foul. So both teams in foul trouble inside the first 5 minutes of this game, as Josh Dow will go to the line. 3 fouls each. Makes a 3-point play, back to a 1-point game. Scammell. Oh, well read by Noon. First lead change of the game, the Suns by 1. Golong drives, and he's been fouled. Probably a good choice at this point in time for him to drive. Misses both. Dow with the rebound. Noon. Hands the ball over. Josh Dow hands the ball over to Matt Scammell, and Scammell jams the ball. Dow pulls up. Looking for options, finds it in Noon. Now it's back to Jason Spicken. Spicken. It's down to 7 seconds. He drives. Can't get past Malloy and Scammell. The ball is up. Just makes it in time, but Malloy with the rebound gets it to Scammell. Scammell's got to go along. Larkin on the outside. Larkin throws the ball to Scammell, but over shoots the mark. It's a turnover. Dylan Larkin has been very quiet so far in this game. Normally the strength of the Falcons team. Argo with the rebound. Scammell calling for fists. Malloy kicks it to Larkin. Larkin's got plenty of time to put it up, and he makes no mistake here. Just inside the 3-point line, but a long two. Falcons 13-10. Ball's with Spicken. He gets it back to Holland, and Holland, he completely misjudges that pass. Larkin to inbound for the Falcons, gets it to Scammell. Golong drives, back out to Margot. His shot, short, but rebounded there by Golong. Golong back to Scammell. He's looking for three, and he makes it. 8 ball off the side pocket, but it was good. So suddenly the Falcons out to a 6-point lead after getting into a 2-point deficit. Josh Dow, nice fake on that one, but good work from Golong to recover and taps the ball out. It'll still be a Sherbrooke ball. Spicken. Oh, and the foul on Larkin just as the shot clock expired. Well, that's his second. So Coach Dave Wyatt giving him a rest. Samuel Johnson coming on to replace him. And it's well, Samuel did have the rebound until he handed it to Josh Dow, who nails the three, and all of a sudden here comes Sherbrooke again. So that foul by Dylan Larkin, effectively a 5-point turnaround as both shots were missed, and now Samuel Johnson recovered the ball, but only to give it to the Sherbrooke team. Spicken travels. Here comes Scammell now. Slows things down. Calling for a high screen. Good hard show from the Sherbrooke players. Malloy's shot rebounded by Dow. Oh, nice work there from the Sherbrooke guys, but to no avail. Here's Josh Dow, another three. It's 16 all with 2:44 to go. Pat Golong. Now he drives. Makes the basket, and he's been fouled. So Sherbrooke has put the Falcons in the bonus. So Pat can't convert, so 2-point lead with 2:30 to go. Neither team has been able to establish any kind of dominance on this game. And there's the equaliser. Great little runner from Alistair Parker. Josh Dow. Sorry, Nate Malloy. No good. And here's Dow. Almost should have been a foul. Well, that's what the crowd was yelling. Nice basket there from Sean Noon. Sean spent some time here with the Falcons a number of seasons ago. Travel there. So nice move from Samuel Johnson, just travelling before he got there, but nice move to the basket. And Sherbrooke not being able to control the ball. Good drive and dish. Three-point attempt from the Falcons, no good. Rebounded there by the big man in Cameron Bradley. It's back to Bradley. He fakes, he drives against Johnson, and Johnson is fouled. Both teams now in the bonus. It's a timeout to the Falcons, and when we come back from timeout, it'll be Cameron Bradley at the line. We'll take a quick break too. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Falcons rejoin us here. And Cameron Bradley at the line. And he makes that. Did not look like it was going to miss. Sean Bianacchi on the floor for the first time. Falcons are down by 5 points. Samuel Johnson. Nice move. Doesn't go, but it's been kicked out of... Oh, well. From our vantage point here, it looked like it had come off a Sherbrooke player, but no, says the refs. So we're back in. And a travel called. Pat Golan looking for options. The shot from the Falcons from Nola, no good. Now, what can the Sherbrooke team do? Well, they can in and out. And this time it has gone off to... to the dismay of some of those on the Sherbrooke squad. It's in the hands of Andrew Nola, who drives, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson's shot attempt is short, but he's got his own rebound. And now it's been an offensive foul. Dropped his shoulder against the player that had position. So a good call from the ref there. And at the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 5-point game Sherbrooke's way. We will be back shortly with the second quarter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just as the second quarter starts, we'll just run through some of the key stats for that game, for that quarter, I should say. Waverley shooting 8 of 19 at 42% compared to Sherbrooke's 9 of 16 at 56. Is really telling the story of the game so far. Rebounds also an advantage to the Sherbrooke Suns at 14-8. Other than that, pretty much everything else. As another foul goes up, Michael Margot giving away a foul, which will put Shane Crick at the line, I believe. Everything else pretty much the same along the way. The leaders, scoring leaders in that first quarter, Matt Scammell with 10, and Josh Dow for the Suns with 9. So also Sean Noon with 9 as well. So the Falcons spreading the point scoring out a little bit more than the Suns in that first quarter. Rebound count with Cameron Bradley. He's scored 5 and Josh Dow 4. He's also leading the assists. Cameron is leading the assists and blocks on 2 and 1 respectively. So now 1 foul each. Dylan Larkin back onto the floor. Again, he's not having the best day, normally quite dominant for the Falcons. This time he pulls up, nails the shot, again another long 2. They need him on the floor and they need him getting the points, not only just from outside but from inside as well. So 4-point game. Holland misses that shot by a mile. Poor pass there from the Falcons. And reaching in, Matt Scammell gave that one away. So Darren Feltman has his chance to take this lead out to 6 points. Scores his first points of the game. And he makes it. So 26 points, plays 20. And another costly turnover from the Falcons as coast to coast goes Brad Stewart. Well, not to be outdone, Sean Bianacki says, I'll launch a shot from downtown. He needed that. They've got to keep within arm's distance of this Sherbrooke side, which at the moment is showing a lot more composure and a lot more determination. Dylan Larkin drives. That's what we want to see from him. So Sums coming back in for Sherbrooke as Noon and Dow re-enter. Back to a 4-point game. It's with Dow now. And another foul, this time on Margot. By Margot, I should say. And it will put Shane Crick back to the line. He's shooting at 50% from the line so far. And he's equaled that percentage. Now, let's see how important Josh Dow is to the Sherbrooke Suns' chances when you realise that his average is just under a 20 points per game and just under 10 rebounds. And he's already up to 9 points and 4 rebounds for today. So this time Larkin can't find his target, and it's Cameron Bradley that comes back with the ball. It's with Noon now. Noon from the side, can't get it go. Larkin mishandles that rebound, and Cameron Bradley mops it up for the Sherbrooke Suns. It's 7 points to the Suns. Malloy can't get it to drop, and there's been a foul, this time against the Suns. And it's Cameron Bradley called for a hold. So both teams on 3 team fouls. And mistakes at both ends from both teams there. Sees Malloy kick the ball out to Bianaki. Bianaki looks for the shot, in and out. Good rebound there by Crick. Now it's back to the speedster and Brad Stewart. He slows it down. It's now with Noon back to Dow. Dow looks for a 3-point attempt, overshoots it. Crick with another rebound. Noon thought about putting it up. Instead, back to Stewart. Into Crick. Crick pulls up for the floater. Over the top. Pat Golong got the rebound, even with his jersey held. And he's not fouled. Can't convert. Both teams going dry at the moment, and Noon steps out of court. Timeout now. Did not see who that's to. I think it may have been to the Sherbrooke squad. We'll also take a quick break. So with play restarted, it's still 5 points to the Sherbrooke Suns. Nice move there from Andrew Noller, driving in, got the pass to the short corner and the finish from Golong. But now Noller has fouled. That's the 4th team foul for the Falcons. Again, this could prove costly. Shot over the top, rebounded by Golong. Another set for him. Larkin. Nice work there from Dylan Larkin. Got his defender moving one way. Was able to do a hesitation dribble and come back the opposite side, and then a little fadeaway jumper over the top of the bigs. Cameron Bradley. I thought I got his name round the wrong way, but that was it. And he made no mistake as he stretches the lead back out to the 6 points. It's gone into Dylan Larkin again. He had position there, just simply dropped the ball down, the thing that we don't like to see bigs do, and Sean Noon has fouled Pat Golong. So both teams on four team fouls each. We're still waiting for the champ men's game to start over at Whittlesea, as we see Jason Spicken take on the Falcons. He scored 2, and then there was a foul at the other end, so Andrew Noller will go to the line. Sherbrooke now putting the Falcons into the bonus. So just trying to keep themselves in this game as we head towards half time. Falcons still 6 points away. This is a game they would have considered themselves a real shot in. And a big man, Mr. Bradley, he is really being a handful for them. Scammell gets it into Larkin. Larkin just can't control it. And there's that same man. Wow. He came over the back of Larkin. Oh, big. It's a block. No, says the ref, it's a foul. So Josh Dowell picks up his second foul for the game. Pat Golong has a chance to narrow the gap again to 6 points. That's better. His last 2 free throws missed the mark. Pat Golong, the reigning Big V dunk champion. He won that title at the Big V Origin game. As again, Alistair Parker shows that Sherbrooke does not rely on 1 or 2 players. They find all sorts of ways to get to the basket. And there's a block this time from Josh Dow. So Pat also, not only is the Big V reigning dunk champion, but he's also the current dunk champion, Australian dunk champion for the South Sudanese National Tournament, which will be, the next one happens in next weekend, I believe, out at Eagles Stadium at Werribee. So we shall be streaming live the final days, the finals on the Sunday next weekend, as well as bringing games to you here from Waverley. So a big weekend coming up next week. So as the clock winds down, 1:40 to go, Falcons have got an 8-point deficit to get over. Over at Whittlesea, the game has just started, and we have got the Falcons up by 7 points. Make that 6 points now. As we're about to welcome Will Taylor into the commentary today. Welcome, Will. How are you going?
Yeah, good. Yourself, Andrew?
All right, I think we just need to double check your sound again. Just say something for me.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. Waverley, Sherbrooke. I just came from a great game myself, actually, Andrew, in Youth League 1 Women out at GSAC, which Cobra just got over line there, which was on Smash FM earlier today. But Waverley, great 2-pointer there. It's got the margin back to 6 points. So long three, and breaks a 3-point there time by Sean Noon, and it's back to a 9-point lead to Sherbrooke, Andrew.
Yeah, Sean Noon has been a real worry for the Falcons. He and Josh Dow have combined for some really good moves, and there's a turnover again to the Falcons. Again, look, they were down within 4 points, I think. And all of a sudden, in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, they have thrown away a competitive total.
Oh, nice
good block there from Samuel Johnson.
Both teams down the other end of the ladder, and Sherbrooke needing to probably stay alive a little bit in their conference.
Yeah, well, both teams need these wins. They absolutely need the wins, because it's not about where they're going to finish on the ladder anymore. It's about whether they can actually survive relegation.
Correct.
Falcons just on the cusp of that. They need 1 or 2 wins. Samuel Johnson knocks in a 2. They need 1 or 2 wins to be comfortable. Sherbrooke, on the other hand, need at least 2 or 3.
Can misses that time for Sherbrooke on the buzzer, no good. Half time, Andrew.
Yep, and Larkins can't get that, but we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes with the second half, and away we go.
Yes, welcome everyone back here, and it is 45-36, start of the second half here in BigV VYCM men, as it is in the hands of the Suns. Goes up for the 2 on the way for the Falcons, I should say. Scammell misses that one with a putback there by Donaldson. Good start for the Falcons, 38-45. So Suns possession. Driving baseline, puts it up and makes it. The Suns 47 and the Falcons 38. So all of a sudden, Waverley on the back foot here. Long 3 on the way for Malloy, no good. Rebound now by Parker. And Parker up the floor. Pressure's here now. So long jumper, makes that time there for the Suns. It's 49-38 and danger period here for the Falcons early.
Yeah, they needed to come out with a lot more intensity and put a bit of pressure on the scoreboard, but it's been the other way around.
Scammell with the ball now, right side. Back to the top now to Johnson. Swings of the cross in the hands here of Donaldson. Back to the top now to the hands here of Larkin, and pin for travel. Right in front of referee Emily Drew. 38-49. Well, we've seen many games this season that teams have won fade out last quarter or third quarter and cost them the game. At the moment, Waverley can't afford to do it here. Here's the jumper. Scammell misses. Rebound now taken in by Dorr, and here they come up the floor. So, Noonan with the ball at the top. They swing it left now to Dorr. Down low, puts up for the 2. And misses that time by Parker. Suns with the offensive boards. Bounce pass. Parker. The long 3 by Bradley misses. Rebound now is in the hands here of Waverley. So it's Larkin. Back to the top to Donaldson. Donaldson pulls it up. No good. Rebound now by Dorr. And just seems like Waverley are rushing a bit here.
Yeah, look, they really have been worried out of their normal game simply by the fact that these Sherbrooke guys have not let up the pressure all game. Even when they got behind, they chipped away, and now they just have it in their head they're going to win the game. Falcons need to find a way to somehow get in there, and it's winning 3 minutes at a time. As Nate Malloy puts 2 in.
They did that, didn't they? 51-40 is the score. Hopefully join our coverage here on Live Sports Australia. This is the third quarter action, the second, the double header here on Live Sports Australia. Misses that time, and here comes the Falcons. They need just to be patient here. They're just rushing it here. Scammell, right side in the hands of Larkin. Larkin, back to the top now, on the left side to Malloy. Dishes the left side. Here's Donaldson, long 3. It's air. And here they come. Dorr up the floor for the Suns. Nice pass to Parker. Parker puts it up, no good. Rebound here.
That was Johnson. Good rebound from him.
So it's in the hands of Scammell. Goes inboard now to Johnson. And, it's going to be travel.
Yeah. And that was clear. He just did not take the ball cleanly. And in juggling to try and control the ball, he travelled. So, look, better signs there from the Falcons in that 30 seconds, but they have to hold these guys out. I don't know that dropping back into a zone is going to do it at the moment.
I'm worried about. You always have to worry about zones, don't you? Because if it doesn't pay off, as that miss that time by Parker for the Suns, and that's an offensive foul. Yep, clear offensive foul there. We caught that one on camera. He won't be happy with that one. That was a clear offensive foul, Andrew.
Yeah, that's his second. So, again, the first team foul for the Falcons in this quarter.
That's right. So puts up the tree and makes it. And the Suns running away with this. Back down the other end. It's in the hands here of, that was Larkin, and then out it goes. So it is Nola to put it in. It just came on the floor a couple of minutes ago. Larkin. Donaldson down low. I don't know who he was trying to find there, but he turned it over. Bad pass. Here they come up the floor, the Suns. They're going to make them pay. Nolan baits it home, and I'll assume, well, they haven't called a timeout just yet, but probably should have. But Suns have answered in the best way possible. Margin back out to 15. Puts up the 2, makes that one there by Malloy, and didn't that need that points there by Waverley. It's 55-42. So it's in the hands here of Nolan again. He's been a fantastic play so far. Parker batting along with the ball just on the side of the sideline. Here's a long 3 by Dorr, misses. Rebound now is in their hands here, and they get a reset. So Benkin with the ball now. Benkin lost the left side, and it's a travel against Parker. Turnover to the Suns. It's going to be an interesting last 45 minutes for the Falcons, Andrew.
Yeah, they just need somehow to get within, say, 6 points. If they can go into that last quarter, maybe 6 points, 2 threes or 3 twos away, then I think they've got a good chance of coming home. We're not going to see the kind of comeback. What was it? A 34-point turnaround that the champ men did.
26.
No, it was because
was it?
34. They were down 24, something like that, last week. And they came back and won by about 12 or 14. So
against Casey, wasn't it?
Against Casey, yeah. As Mike Magro.
Yep.
I think I got his name right.
Correct. One to come. Lane violation. Try it. We'll go again. So he actually missed the second shot, but because someone stepped in the lane, it's a violation. He'll go again. Oh, he still can't hit it.
Oh, they needed that. They absolutely needed that shot.
55-43. No teaming foul problem yet in this third quarter. There was plenty of it where I was. There's a 2-pointer there for the Suns.
And that's Noon again. As I said, he has been very good so far this game.
So all of a sudden, earlier today, Kilsyth retains their spot of the finals with a big win over the Falcons in BigV VYCM women. But back to this one here, Larkin for 3. Got it! Didn't they need that? 57-46. Both teams been really patient here, especially the Suns. They know what's at stake for them. Puts up the 2, blocked. Got it back, brings them to the top. Left side now on the wing. So it's log 2 here by Noonan and makes it.
The shot clock winding down, the Sherbrooke bench counting the seconds down, and nobody put their hand up on that shot.
That's a coach killer, isn't it? Goes in low now, puts up McGinn, foul's been called, and the Suns been said, no, that's not a foul, but of course it is the foul. The referee right on target, second team foul. And it'll be a timeout being called. Timeout to Sherbrooke. It's Sherbrooke 59, the Falcons 46, 3:15 to go, third quarter.
And we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Yes, welcome everyone back. We're at the free throw line, and it's Margot at the line. He makes the first. Much needed points for Waverley. Big games in the Big V this weekend. Misses that time, 1 or 2. Rebound that time there by Dorr for Sherbrooke. Now keep in mind, this is, we've got 2 rounds to go after this. As 2 home that time there for the Suns, 61-47.
And that was Bradley again. He has been doing extremely well. So let me see.
Bradley with
18 points now. He's behind Sean Noon. He's the leading point scorer of the game.
Ball back into play here on the left side.
Another 2
by Craig. And tell you what, Waverley's defense has been caught out here.
Yep.
63-47. Pressure's on here at the Falcons' nest. 2 rounds to go. Both teams. Oh, there's a. Oh. that was a double dribble, but anyway, players to call anyway. 2 on the shot clock. They turned it over anyway, so here they come at the floor. Bacon with the ball, puts it up to the left side. Blocked that time, managed to get it back. Falcons with it.
Bianaki.
And a foul's been called.
Yeah, good move there from Sean Bianaki. Crick just moving. I think it was Crick, wasn't it?
It was.
No, Spicken. I think reaching in.
So that's the third.
But that was a good foul from the Sherbrooke, just slowing that momentum down there. They're the ones with the momentum. They do not want to let Waverley get into a rhythm.
So going baseline. Travels, basket waved off. And Waverley probably needs a timeout. He hasn't used one yet. But they have come from an impossible position before. I think a couple of weeks ago they came behind to beat Kilsyth. Long 3, drains it home by Josh Dorr.
Dow.
Dow, sorry. And it's 66-47. $19 points. Impossible. Well, it has been done here. That was state champ men though. And makes it 3 for the Waverley Falcons, and the margin is back to 16. They've got to get it within 10, don't they now?
Well, they certainly need it within 10. As I said, I think the aim would have been 6, but they're not going to make that. And again, there's Spicken picking it up. It's with Dow. His 3-point shot is, and there's a
holding foul.
Oh.
Against Sherbrooke.
Yeah.
Questionable, but it was there. It's definitely hold, in my opinion, anyway. Not sure about you, but it was a hold. Don't know who made first contact, but so 16 points. That's the result. Team foul number 4. So 1 more puts them in the penalty now, Sherbrooke. All of a sudden, Scammell all the way in, puts it up, and
it drops in. They need a lot more of that from Bianaki, Scammell, Larkin, and Golong. They just need those 4 to get going in a big way.
So this is the second last play here. 10 on the shot clock for Sherbrooke. All the way on the right. Long 3, all by himself, misses. That time, another offensive pause.
And that little...
And drains a 3 by Spenkin.
Spinkin has been great just this last quarter.
Oh, that's a bad shot. Golong couldn't hit the go-ahead 2. And
so Goetsch put the shot up and Golong couldn't get the putback. So, all right, we'll be back shortly. We'll leave you with the
Started last, 69-52. Here's Sherbrooke with the ball, and I got pinned for saying an incorrect surname just a moment ago. Makes the 2 that time there for the Suns, 71-52. At least we got a listener or a viewer, and I got pinned for saying the wrong name, so I do apologise.
Yeah, so Michael, nice to hear that you're online and you're watching, and we hope that you're having a great time over in the States there. We certainly like to have you back here at Waverley anytime. So big call out to Mike Dow, D-O-W, Dow.
Yes, thank you, not D-A-W-E.
Yeah.
I do apologise to the Dow family for mentioning that incorrectly. So I'll make sure I'll get it right. That's because we mentioned about.
So Michael, you can put all your comments about the mispronunciation there on the Smash FM Facebook page. Don't go to Live Sport Australia, mate.
Yes.
Smash FM will do.
Yes.
Yeah. But here on Live Sport Australia, we really do like having Will Taylor on board, helping us out with the commentary and simulcasting on smashfm.com.au.
Correct. Yes, especially just come from a second game.
Yes, you have been rushing all over, so we will allow that.
So here's a 2 and makes it home, but Dow.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Michael, you'll be enjoying the fact that these Suns are playing extremely well, and that they are taking on. Josh. That was a bit agricultural from your brother there, mate.
Yeah, it was. Misses it. Probably shouldn't have gone for that. So that was his 3rd.
Yes, you can pay him out for that particular foul on Sean Bianaki.
So Bianaki at the line. Need these 2. Makes the 1st.
So have we paid you out enough, Will?
Yeah.
Mike, you can be the judge on that.
I'm sure I'm going to be pinned 2 more times for the end of tonight. So 73-54 is the score at the moment.
As Bianaki falls over.
So with possession now. Waverley puts it up.
Great drive there.
By Dow.
No, that was Darren Feldman.
I'm sure it was Dow who put that in.
No, well, it wasn't. It was Feldman.
I'm trying to redeem myself here.
And that has drawn a timeout from the Falcons bench as the score has got out. I think it's over, my man. I really do. The way the Suns are playing at the moment, I don't think that comeback that we saw a couple of weeks ago from the Falcons is going to take place.
Correct, and which means Waverley, with 2 weeks to go, need 1 or 2 wins to stay alive, because we've got 2 weeks to go more than VYC. Yeah.
Is it 2 or 3?
2.
2.
Finishes mid-January.
Mid-January?
July.
July, thank you.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I know, it's been a very long season. Considering we streamed the first round of this season from the Dandenong Basketball Centre
back in March,
and at the BigV tournament, every game of this particular competition, and we would hope that we perhaps get to do that again.
Correct. And finals coming up, starting the following weekend of June 22-23.
Yep.
And it's all knockout from here on in. So one by one, the contents are all going to fall. As out it goes, Sherbrooke ball, 8 on the shot clock. A Waverley ball with 8 on the shot clock. Sherbrooke by 21 points. I saw a thriller last night in Modern VYC men. Kilsyth and Blackburn. Kilsyth won in OT by 10. Won't be that situation today though.
No.
Ball back in. I know the Falcons are doing well in the state champ, man. They're leading at Mill Park. Misses that time, and here they come up the floor. So it's in the hands here of Spankin with the ball. Left side, swings it up in the hands here of Holland. Puts up the 2, no good. Rebound now, it's in the hands here of Nola. Up the floor, it's now a 2-on-2 break. If could actually manage to get the ball, he does. Larkin goes inboard, puts up the 2, no good that time there by Malloy, and here they come up the floor, 75-54. Double team managed to somehow bring it out. Sherbrooke with confidence here. They know they've got this in the bag pretty much. So we've got 7 on the shot clock. And it's going to be a Waverley ball.
Yeah, it came off Spicken's hands. So, again, I don't see with, what's that, 21 to get.
7.5 to go.
I can't see where it's going to come from with the Falcons.
They need, they need to get three a minute now to win this game. And at the moment, they don't look likely.
Dow kicks it out. And again, this man has been very good. Cameron Bradley.
Yes, but he just got pinned for travel. That's the only problem.
But what it's done is it's wound seconds off the clock.
It is 7:09 to go.
Every possession the Falcons don't score just makes this task even more difficult. Pat go along, in and out. It's been 2 good 3 attempts that just haven't dropped for them.
I think it's getting to a point now, Andrew, that they probably have to start going inside a lot more.
Well, to me, I would, with this gap, I would be risking everything and I'd be pressing down the floor. You've got to get quick turnovers, try and get the score, and this is dangerous.
Yeah. Wide open 3.
That was Mako Holland.
78-54.
They are just getting further and further ahead.
And
look at this. There's too much dribbling going on here. They need to attack the basket very, very quickly. And this is, look, you know, there's the transition out. Suns are actually they're the ones that don't need to attack the basket. They're the ones that can slow it down, use the clock. Yet they're continuing to apply the pressure.
And I think your team did something similar last night, didn't
they? We shot very badly. We shot at something like 18% or 20%. I can't remember exactly. Northeast, who played extremely well. And we really fancied ourselves against them, having knocked them off up at Wodonga. They shot at 34%. So we had I think it was 84 shot attempts to their 62. So it wasn't that we didn't have possession, but we just simply could not get the ball in the basket. And you know, their defense was good, so a number of the shot attempts were under pressure, but a great number of them, just like the Falcons' misses today, weren't. There you go.
Makes it home.
Naskowicz picking up his first points.
56-78. And the Bushes, I think that might be their first win, or second win, I think.
For the Suns, no, this will be their third.
I meant last night.
Bushies. No, with the Northeast.
Yeah.
No, they knocked off.
Didn't they knock off Kesey or something? Or very close.
Yes, they've knocked off Kesey. So I think it's maybe their 4th, 5th. But both, the good news for both clubs is that's cemented their position in the league for next season. So they will get another go. Altona, who has been beaten by Keysborough today,
yes,
they are looking a little bit
in danger.
In danger, yeah. And again, it all depends on what clubs want to put a team into that division. So if there is a team that is qualified to come in, then the Altona team could be at risk.
But it's surprising me for the fact that their youth league team are going so well. They're in the top 3. They're going to make finals.
Yeah,
no matter what.
They're not cross-pollinating those teams though. So the Div 2 women's team doesn't have any of the youth league team playing in there, which maybe would have been the way to go to get there. They are, as you say, they are doing extremely well.
And even though they had a hiccup last week, but I must say that they had a hiccup last night. Actually, they lost to Ringwood, but Ringwood's a pretty good team anyway, as they are, because they're in 3rd in their conference.
Yeah, and very well coached. Very well coached by Rod Dedelmans.
So 4:43 coming out of the timeout. It's 80-56. Long 3. It's off.
Dow with the.
Tell you what, Waverley's only made 20 points. Sherbrooke 35 in the second half.
Oh, and thrown out of bounds by the Suns, but again, no real problem with that.
I don't think they need to worry about Suns really, to be honest. 80-56 is the score. The Suns in front. 4:24 to go. Long 3 here, makes it there by Malloy, and what a much needed 3 that was. 80-59. Ooh, almost maybe could have been pinned for a foul.
Yeah, there were 2 there, both.
But it will be now a second later. 3rd. Well, I guess the Falcons have to go back to the drawing board, don't they? They've got 2 rounds to survive.
They do. So, unfortunately, running Matt Scammell and...
No, too easy that time.
Yeah. Well, it was Bradley again, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. He's... look, Josh Dow has been very, very good, but I tell you what...
Cameron Bradley.
Cameron has been equally as good. So, at this point, if I was doing the votes, they would be my 2. Look at that. There's another.
Yep.
And Josh Dow with the putback over the top of Gowich.
Too easy, isn't it? It's starting to become a worry for the Falcons. And depending on that Waverley's draw coming up, it may not get any easier. As a 3 misses that time, and here comes Sherbrooke up the floor. So here's the drive, bounce pass to Park up. Oh, not sure he tried to overshot that, but he missed it. Here they come at the floor. It's the Waverley Falcons. Need to get some inroads here. In the hands here of Donaldson, puts up that time there by Italia, and a foul's been called.
Yeah, Tennant. So, sorry, Italia, you were right. Yeah, that was a nice little move there from Donaldson. He drew the defender, and then realised that he had that little give.
So I'm just having a look at Waverley's draw coming up. And we'll tell you that in just a moment as Waverley makes both, and it's 61-84. And it's not going to get any easier, Andrew. I'll put it that way.
No,
they're trying to survive. They've got McKinnon as the 2 home for the Suns. It's 86-61. So
Shane Crick, yeah, he's also been good. So there haven't been any passengers on this Sherbrooke team today.
Correct. Even the players that came on the floor for a short moment or 2. Donaldson makes the 2 on the floater.
Nice work from him.
It's 83-68. But the Waverley draw coming up. GSAC Saturday night against the Cougars. And the
Cougars knocked off, was it Dandenong? No.
Yeah, I have to check on that one.
But they actually... there was a bit of an upset there as well. Oh, no, sorry, they were playing Melbourne. They were playing Melbourne.
They almost won.
And almost won, but very competitive against what is one of the top teams in this competition.
So that's Saturday for Waverley.
And then, so that's a dangerous game for them.
And then they're back home on Sunday, Andrew, against Dandenong here at the Falcons' Nest.
And that also is tough. So, you know, this is the game they needed to get because this is the doable one.
And then the last game at East Donny against Bulleen, the top team who hasn't lost a game yet.
Well, I think that's going.
Not. They need to pull out this win, didn't they, tonight?
They needed this win.
Because
so the only thing they can do is find some way to cause an upset against McKinnon, perhaps. McKinnon, you might almost consider to be the
other doable game.
Yeah.
But McKinnon have played well the last couple of weeks.
They have. The other one too is Dandenong. Dandenong's had a few unexpected losses as well against not so much the top teams. Oh, there you go. Italia puts it up.
Back to 19. I think Sherbrooke's actually got his.
So that was I apologise. That was Tennant there, not Italia.
Oh. I think Sherbrooke's done the right thing here because Sherbrooke's actually got their best players on the bench. Let the bench have a run.
Yep.
Sherbrooke's run coming up. Actually, they've got a little bit of an easy draw coming up.
And there's Tennant putting another 2 up.
So Saturday nights, they're at home to Ringwood. And then they play Sandringham at the King Club on Saturday in the last round, and then back up against Diamond Valley on Sunday, which are all doable games for Sherbrooke. So they can finish the season really strong, the Suns.
They can.
But Waverley, it'll be the question marks over this team as the two makes that time. It's 71-88, and it hasn't been a great year, has it, for the Falcons?
Yeah, not in the under-23 competition. The state champ teams are doing quite nicely. Waverley sitting on top at the moment, having quietly worked their way up there.
Good, because Ringwood's had some shockers the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, they should maintain it, I think.
Ooh.
As Johnson gets the rebound, gets it to Italia. He kicks it off to Donaldson. Donaldson now, slowing it down.
That's it. It's over. It's done. The Suns prevail. It's 88-71 over the Waverley Falcons. And here at the Waverley Basketball Stadium.
Yep.
And great result by the Suns, most importantly, but which means, though, Andrew, Waverley, their season has just about to hit the danger point now because they've got 3 very good teams coming up.
Yeah, I think the 4 games will actually just save them. I think that will mean that they'll just make their threshold. But one more game would have done the difference for them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week from the Falcons' Nest with some more live action. And again, also don't forget that we'll also be streaming live from the South Sudanese National Tournament on their final day on the Sunday. Don't forget. Also, keep an eye on the Live Sport Australia Facebook page so that you can catch all of the action, not only here from Victoria but also around the country. Certainly, the QABL feature game next week. Other than that, we will see you in 6 or 7 days' time.